Welcome to Mtowntonight.com, the Memphis late night talk show, your source for entertainment and helpful information, with your host, Mr. Darnay. Mtowntonight.com.
Well, good evening once again. It's your man, it's your hometown guy, Mr. Darnay, coming live, Memphis, Tennessee, www.mtowntonight.com. It is Tuesday, August the 22nd, 2017. Talking Tuesdays is the topic, is the thing for tonight. No particular format, off the cuff, live, real, right at you. Shouts out to my OG squad. You know who you are. Much love from your man. If you made it through the day and accomplished all of the goals and objectives that you have tried to accomplish and you had set for today, as I always do, I say to you, salute to you. Thank you once again to Black Syndicate Entertainment. My cats over at the Black Syndicate Entertainment studio are pretty much laying down some hot tracks for me. Every time I come at you, they give me something hot to groove to. So while I step away, as I always do briefly, to kind of unwind and take the day down a little bit, sit back and listen to another hot track from the guys at Black Syndicate Entertainment. You can get in contact with them at www.mtowntonight.com. Go to the Black Syndicate Entertainment webpage on my website. Leave your information, correspond through email. They will get right back with you, whether it be song development, concepts, hooks, jingles, R&B, hip-hop, doesn't matter. Talk with them, see what they got going on, and I guarantee you they'll put something hot in your hand and put something hot in your trunk. So I'm going to step away for a brief moment. Feel free to sit back and listen to the track. As you know, I've used this track quite a few times on my videos. It's one of my favorite that they send me. So as I kind of unwind a little bit before we get started, sit back and listen to the track. I'll be right back with you. All right. Right back at you. I hope everybody had a good and prosperous Tuesday. As I say, we're on the back end of 2017. We're in the 8th month of 12 in the year. So with that being said, we've got a little less than a quarter of the year left. And hopefully the goals and the objectives that you set for yourself first part of the year, as we like to do, hopefully you have accomplished most of those, if not all of those. And if you are in a position where you're still in the opportunity to work on these goals and objectives, by all means do that. It's getting at a point out here where we as human beings have to take a stock of ourselves. And this is something that I talked about a few months back in one of my videos, self-assessment, being able to look at yourself and find out where your strengths and weaknesses are and do whatever you can to capitalize and maximize your strengths and take your weaknesses and be real with yourself. Identify those weaknesses, and having weaknesses does not mean that you're a weak person. That just means that those are areas that you're not in as strong in as others. And we as human beings, we all have weaknesses. The connotation to that word, a lot of people put that as something being negative. No. That's just the unity of opposite. Positive, negative, strength, weakness. We have them. The key is trying to have as less as possible. And the ones that you do have, or the one that you do have, identify it and work hard at trying to make it one of your strengths. That's all about, that's what human development and growth is all about. Analyzing yourself and saying, hey, this is what I know how to do. This is what I don't know how to do, or this is what I'm not good at. Let me focus and work on that to bring that up so that I can be a better me, and for the people around me, it can be beneficial to them as well. And that's all about human growth and development. Man, it's so much stuff that's going on right now. Dealing with the president and his antics. I've never seen a White House in this much disarray. And at the same time, you've got a man that stands before the world and says that everything is all right. We're strong. We're not showing strength at this point. What we're showing is chaos and disarray throughout city after city after city, where we're having these monuments of a group of people that lost a war and still feel the need to show that type of dedication. I understand that. But look at it this way. With these statues, they're representing an ugly part of our history. And as one gentleman said, if I'm correct in saying the name, I think that was Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp said, and he may not be the originator of this comment, but I heard him say it, but all history is not good history. Some history you can't be proud of. It's your history. It's what happened, but you're not proud of it. We all can identify with that with regard to our own personal past history. So when you're talking about these statues and what they represent and the people that they're representing who lost the war once again, why are we even bickering with these people about these damn statues and monuments? They should be taken down anyway. They lost the damn war. They lost the war. So you don't get, there's no second place in war. You lost. Take your damn flag down, pack it up, and put it in your trunk. Fly it at your house. Those flags don't deserve to be flown at any public place whatsoever. You lost. So what are you representing? What you were fighting for is no more, per se. You lost. So take your flag and your damn monuments, with all due respect, and put them in your backyard. And you can look at them all you want. We shouldn't have to look at them. The United States flag should not be followed by the Confederate flag. That flag won. So why does it have to have the loser below it? What is that all about? That doesn't make any sense to me. You've got the flag that won. The people that won, they flying their flag, and damn, the people that lost the flag, that lost the battle to the people that are flying their flag, they got the right to fly their flag below that. No, man, come on. That just doesn't make any damn sense. It just doesn't make any sense. Mayors all over the country. Excuse me 1 second. Mayors all over the country should use their executive powers to say, hey, you know what? Damn that. Take them down, remove them. Go take a bulldozer, remove them right now. And anybody that has any disagreement with that, we'll see you in court. Lawyer up. Lawyer up. Sue the city. As the mayor of whomever, wherever, I say remove them. They're a part of our history that we don't want to remember. And it does not deserve the right to be seen. Remove it. Anybody that has an issue with that, get with your lawyer, file the necessary paperwork, and get your lawsuit going. That's the way it should have been handled from day one. Why people got to stand in front of these damn monuments and protest when it should be an automatic that they come down, because number one, what they represent is no more. And the person that's on that damn monument, that's standing high and tall, lost. He lost. So, with that being said, down comes the damn statue. If you don't like it, get your lawyers. Let's go to court. And we'll fight it out there. That's the way it should have been handled. That's the way it should have been done. And nobody would have had to stand in front of it. Just take the damn bulldozer and bulldoze it down. Give it to those people that want it so much, that want to remember it so much. Give it to them. Tell them the city will deliver it to you as a courtesy. We'll put your statue in your backyard, in your left corner of your back, wherever you want it in your backyard. We'll bring it there for you as a courtesy. But it shall stand in the city as a representation no more. Of what? A representation of what? Losers? People that lost? That's what it's all about. You lost. Deal with it. Your philosophy, your way of thinking, the way that you all did things, the way that they did things in those days, lost. So we have a new day that we're trying to deal with, that we shouldn't have any problems having. Celebrate it in your own way. It's over. People are so quick to tell African Americans, you all need to stop talking about slavery. Slavery is old. Slavery is dead. It was over hundreds of years ago. Get over it. But the Native Indian, he won't forget the 25 million or so that died on this land, with the Trail of Tears and the tuberculosis and the blankets and all of the other biological warfare that was bestowed upon them by certain people. Or the Jews and their 6+ million, as they say. I don't know the correct amount, but it's always been thrown around 6 to 10 that died in the Holocaust. They will never forget it. They're not going to forget it. They're not going to look over that. They will always remember that. The Native American Indian will always remember his and hers that they lost. Why do you want us to forget and get over what happened to us? See, we really haven't even really dealt with it, to tell you the truth. And we've had forums and little meetings, but we really hadn't dealt with it. We really hadn't dealt with this thing, this racism thing. We have shows about it, but we really hadn't sat down as a country and got together, got the meeting of the minds and the people from this area and gotten together and say, hey, this is what we need to do. Let's talk about this. And we spend so much time on a lot of trivial things. And for those people that are protesting, I'm with you in spirit. Those people that want those monuments moved, destroyed, whatever, taken out of sight. I understand your plight. I'm with you. I know what you mean. But in all fairness to you, in the city that you live in, where you're protesting, including Memphis, Tennessee, mayors should make an executive order. Remove it. And for those people that are not going to like it, hey, that comes with the territory. Mayor, sir, ma'am, wherever you may be in this country, where any of these monuments stand, if the mayor of the city, if he or she is not in cahoots, in agreement with what this stands for, remove it. Make an executive order. You're going to, in any situation, if you don't or you do, people are still going to dislike your decision. But what's the right thing to do? The moral thing to do? And that's to remove them. We shouldn't have to stand out in front of these damn monuments. As I gave the analogy earlier in my broadcast, that's the same as having a rapist picture on the wall of a woman that he raped, and she's got to wake up every day and walk out of her room, the door of her room, and look at it. And someone tells her it doesn't matter. It makes no difference. Yeah, that's the same thing. She's just supposed to not pay attention to that. A person that's in front of her, a reminder of pain and suffering for her and other women. And I got to look at it? Talking about some damn history? How about this one? Let's get out there. How about this one? How about we, and I don't know how many pictures there are of this man, but how about we get a statue and get it made of Nat Turner and erect a Nat Turner statue and take up that part of the history? How would that go over? Nat Turner shirts. An erected statue of Nat Turner with a machete or something in his hand, whatever he used. I mean, different stories say he had a machete. Some said he had a sickle, whatever. Chaos is what I'm talking about for those that know who Nat Turner is. What if we had a statue of that? Or let's say, for instance, if you want to keep these monuments up, then if you want us to relive that nightmare every time we see this statue, it is a reminder of what our people went through and who this person was and how they directly were responsible for a lot of the chaos. Why don't we put a Nat Turner statue there next to him? How would you feel about that? That's history. You want to remember that part of history? You want to relish that part of history? You don't want to talk about that, do you? I say that to say this. It makes no damn sense. Take it down. Argument over. Next topic. We've got bigger and better things to be dealing with than about some damn statues. Remove them. Get them out of here. Make executive orders to remove them. Stop being so damn bureaucratic. Get them out of here. Show some testicular fortitude. Get them out of here. Remove them now. So saith the mayor. And deal with the fallout. And stand by the principles that you say you have. And this is to any mayor throughout the United States. Stand by the principles and say, hey, that's the wrong thing to represent. We don't want to represent that. Go to court and say that. Be on TV and say that. Show that by removing them. And stop having people having to stand outside and protest. And those people that have issues with it, let them file the necessary paperwork to show their dissatisfaction. That's the wonderful country we live in, right? You don't like somebody, you don't like how they deal, you feel you've been an injured party, you can sue them. So sue the city. Go ahead. That's what should be done about that. It's just how I feel about it. And I think some people would agree. I think some people would agree with me, really. Get with me. Send me some emails or Gmails, as I say, to Mtowntonight@gmail.com. I will read your email, positive or negative. I love to get feedback. I get emails all the time. It's just not enough time in the day to discuss them. For the most part, they are positive. I thank all of you that have sent emails into me. The subscribers that I have, the very few at this point, hey, I appreciate you. Stay with me. We got something going on right here. We just haven't exploded with it yet. We just haven't shown it yet. We're laying the groundwork. Good work right here. No funny bunny stuff here. Good stuff here. I'm working hard, and the people that work with me work hard, and we're working diligently. We could bring a lot of the news that you hear about on TV every day to you. Why do that? Why bring information that you have from 10 different outlets? No, we want something that nobody's talking about or talking very little about. And for those outlets in the city, the local people that have shows, I say to you, as being a newbie, I salute you. I've seen you. I've seen your shows on the local channels on cable. Some of them that have the Ustream. We're all in this together, I would hope and think, of bringing information to the people that is beneficial and helpful. That's what it's all about. Using this type of platform allows people to be able to bring information to other people that may be helpful, to keep them from having to go through something that they don't have to go through. I love when I can do that. I love when I run into people. I'm a nobody, but I love when I run into someone and they recognize a little nobody like me, just beginning in this type of journalism, I call it, vlogging or whatever you want to call it. And they say, hey, man, I had an opportunity to see your show. I heard what you said. Thank you, sir. It helped me. It helped me clarify some things. I'm just like you. I'm no better than those that view me. I'm just the type of man that says, hey, I've been through some things. I've seen some things happen. I've made some things work. This is how I did it. Can it help you? Here you go. That's why I do it. That's why I do it. So people run into me and say, hey, you uplifted me. You uplifted my spirits. You helped me realize that all I have to do is look inside here and use this. Sometimes that's the hardest thing in the world to do. Look inside here and use this. We don't put this to full potential. Think about it. You take your brain through a lot of crap. We take our brain through a lot of stuff, man. I mean, from all types of crazy thoughts and dreams, and all of this within a span of 24 hours. All types of thoughts and dreams. We're all over the world. We're all in everybody's business. We're all doing all of this stuff. The brain is processing all of it. There should be a time which you should be able to unplug that side, that aspect of using your brain, plug in that side or activate that side of creativity, being innovative, pushing. I teach my children this. You push hard. A common phrase we have around we work hard and we play hard. My kids go to school and they bust their ass as best they can so that they can get the maximum. School is not perfect, but you get out of it what you can. And the other parts of it you learn through life and lessons. And hopefully the lessons that you learn in life are not hurtful or harmful. Or if they are, they're not permanent. Hopefully you can live through that lesson of life and move forward and grow and learn something from it. Hopefully it doesn't decapitate you to where you've cost yourself now 5 years, 10 years of happiness. Self-sabotage. And dealing with these issues that we're talking about, having to deal with these racist issues of nothing. We're sitting here actually having an issue about removing some statues of some guys that lost a damn war. Take that shit down, excuse my expression. You damn right it's supposed to come down. Yeah, I said it. Back to it, that part. Yeah, they need to come down. It's a direct misrepresentation of what this country is supposed to be about. The guys in the NFL are kneeling. Hell, all of you need to kneel. If you ain't made enough money in the NFL where you can't take a stand and say, hey, I don't agree with that, so I'm going to roll with the brothers, I'm going to roll with the people that's doing the right thing, and you worried about losing your job and you've been playing in the NFL, then you've been jiving around because you should have enough money. Yeah, I said that too. You guys in the NFL, let these coaches, owners, tell you what you can and cannot do because it's a job. Get your fantasy world ideas out of the sky. All of you are not going to be $100 million men or $50 million men. The most of you are going to be worth no more than $5 million when you leave the NFL, if that. Hopefully you're in the NFL long enough to receive a pension. But in most cases, most of you are not, because the average life expectancy as far as a career in the NFL is 3 years. Barring injury and, the way you guys get in trouble, you can't seem to keep your hands to yourself. You see, I've never seen millionaires make the dumbest decisions that some of these athletes make. I'm sorry, guys. I love my football. I watch football religiously. But as an African-American man that's working hard in this world that we live in, and on behalf of those other hard-working African-Americans and Americans for that matter, period, for you all to get caught up in the type of stuff that you get caught up in, ridiculous. Silliness. And the whole thing with this country is boiling down to that. Our president, oh my goodness, you mean to tell me this guy's been in office since January? We're in the 8th month of his presidency. How many people has he had to fire? When have we seen this type of stuff? From what president have we seen this type of behavior? And everybody's okay with it. It seems like the people in power, nobody seems to have, a big idea as to, well, what the hell are we doing here? We let this guy get in here, and this guy is bucking the system, man. He's bucking the system. And he talked about Obama going down as the worst president. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. You are leading the pack. You are leading the pack in that category of worst president. You, sir, will be the number one in that, as you love to be. Number one in everything you do. Number one in mediocrity, too. Yes, sir. You, Mr. Trump. You and your decision making. What's going on with you met Steve Harvey, and you had a couple of other brothers and sisters up there. You had Kanye up there. What happened after the photo shoot? Have you called these people back? Have you called Steve Harvey back? Or have you called back Kanye and said, hey, Kanye, I hadn't forgot about what I told you. I'm working on it. Or have they called you and said, well, hey, I need to talk to Mr. President because, we had a meeting and we talked about some things and just wanted to make sure that he hadn't forgotten about what we talked about. Has anybody made that decision? Have you called them, Mr. Trump? Has any of your constituents called those young men back, those men back, African-American men, the people that met with you in your hotel for the photo shoot? I doubt it. I doubt it. So what are we going to do? He's pushing this rhetoric. As much as he doesn't want to admit it, as much as his administration doesn't want to admit it, this whole thing with these white nationalists, white supremacists, hey, I don't have a problem with white people being proud of themselves, being proud of their culture and heritage. That's you. I don't have a problem with that. But if you think that your culture with regards to having my people in a state of servitude and below you, nah, that's not going to happen anymore. We're not having that. So I don't put a lot of thought into that from that perspective. So this Trump, Mr. Trump, is the one that's got all this stuff. He went around the country throughout his campaign pushing these buttons. Excuse me. Pushing these buttons, man. He knew what he was doing. That's why he won. Donald's going to get this country in order. Donald's going to do what we've been needing to have done for a long damn time. He's going to make America great again. He's going to put us back to work. He's going to restore the middle class. He's going to do what he needs to do. Donald Trump knows what we need. Same guy's filed bankruptcy 4 or 5 times. Loves to tell people they're fired. Extreme narcissist. And everything that he's ever done is great. I concern myself with an individual like that. This same guy questioned the previous president's citizenship. And the president is a graduate of Harvard Law School. And so is his wife. And you question that? Where did you graduate from? Where did your wife graduate from? And this is the president of the United States. The guy that's going around the whole world basically just talking crazy to everybody. Hey, pay up. Hey, get your shit together. Hey, you, do this, do that, do this, do that. Well, Donald, how did it go around the country, around the world when you traveled around the world? Well, it was great. It was wonderful. And everybody loved me. I loved everybody. And everybody was beautiful. And that's not what we saw. We saw people being highly offended. That's what we saw. So what are you watching? This thing about racism is it's brewing, and it's popping its head. And thank goodness, none of these white nationalists have ventured off into your inner cities and dealing with the African Americans, because I'm telling you, that's not going to go well for you. That's not going to go well for anybody that's going into an African American neighborhood talking about white anything. We don't come to your neighborhood talking about black nothing. Stay out of our neighborhoods with that bullshit. Pardon my language, but it had to be said. Stay out of our neighborhoods. Stay out of our country. Your whole concept has no basis. Pardon me. Other than just you want to be on top. And we as people in this country, we need to realize that we can't let these people rile us up. Because that's a lot of the high that they get in seeing how we react. Because they know they're not going to do a damn thing. They know they're not going to succeed. But every now and then they have to rear their ugly head just to show that, hey, we're here. We're here. It's not happening. It's not happening. So when we get off into this type of mindset of dealing with this stuff, these monuments, all of this stuff coming up out of the woodwork, we got bigger fish to fry, man. We still haven't gotten the damn healthcare bill taken care of. See, that's what all of this smoke screen is dealing with. You're worried about monuments, got us all worried about monuments of that, quite frankly, shouldn't even be of concern, because we should just remove them and be through with it. Next. That's how it should be done, so we can get on to bigger and better issues. And the healthcare bill hadn't been passed. And he ran his whole presidency on changing that. Can't even get that done. Won't even come to the people and talk to them unless he's been scripted, sending out tweets. What type of president is that? Tweets. You're the leader of the free world. You shouldn't be allowed to tweet. Every damn thing you say, whether you want to say it or not, should be said in front of the people. That's the price you pay when you put on the suit of the President of the United States, sir. Transparency. Stop sitting behind your damn tweets and speak out. And don't get tough when you want to with your little finger and shit. I this and that and this. What the hell is that? What president have we seen do this? What is that? This is the guy that's representing us. Countries around the world are like, what the hell is going on over there in the United States? They let this idiot run the country. And I mean that in the nicest of terms. Because here's Donald Trump. He is a billionaire, they say. We don't know because it doesn't say he hadn't shown his tax returns. But he's the president of the United States. He was elected through the process, the democratic process. And as they say, we have to respect that. Okay. That doesn't mean I have to like him regarding his policies. I don't know him personally, so I can't like him or dislike him. His policies, his mannerisms, and at this particular point, the way he's been handling business in the White House from a professional standpoint, I am not satisfied with. I would be strongly in confidence to say that most agree. His approval rating is down. All of this has to do with this racism elephant in the damn room. And we as a country have got to find a way around it to maneuver it because it's a big damn elephant that we nitpick at. We have little bitty situations going on here and there, all of them basically dealing with the same issue. From the anthems and the athletes not wanting to stand for the anthems but kneel in protest because, quite frankly, why stand in their mindset? Why stand for this particular flag and this particular flag's people that are running the country are allowing certain things to take place? So this is my way of protest. We've got a lot of stuff going on. We've got bigger fish to fry. We've got children being born daily, generations of our children. Our children are sitting back looking at this crap. I have children that I'm like, wow, I can't turn the world off to you. So the only thing I can do, your mother and I, is explain it to you as best we can. And try to get you to have an understanding at your age on certain things. We don't talk about all things, but certain things up to an age limit is what we discuss within their level of comprehension. And they seem to get it, which is a wonderful thing. I urge the parents of today, with all of the openness of what's going on in the internet world, of our children having the access to anything and everything they want to know about. We have to combat that as parents with bringing them knowledge of things, about things, so that they won't spend a lot of their time looking up things. And their children. It's a billion things to look up that would help them. But what is a child going to do in most cases just by being a child? Look up the thing that really doesn't have anything to do with growth and development. Something that they want to look at. And that's where we have to channel them with having so much access to information. When I was growing up, we didn't have that type of access. Our internet, and most of you out there that are looking at me at this video, I'm pretty sure are of age with me. Our internet used to be the Encyclopedia Britannica from A to Z. And if you wanted to know about things, you had to look it up in the encyclopedia. It was a big thing for a family to have a set of encyclopedias when I was growing up. There was no internet. So if you had a set of Encyclopedia Britannicas, Britannica encyclopedias in your house, whoa, and they were in vivid color from A to Z, you could look up anything you wanted and read about it. That was our internet. All the kids have way more than that. And if I'm not mistaken, I think the Encyclopedia Britannica has gone out of business. Sorry to hear that. I remember Kodak was a big company taking pictures and cameras. I think Kodak was bought out by Fiji or one of the other countries, one of the other companies, foreign camera companies. So things have changed, of course. But with the access that these kids have with information, as a parent, we have to take the reins and curtail that and say, hey, let's talk about this. Let's deal with this. Because if we don't, then they will be constantly open to a world of every damn thing. And a 9-year-old, a 10-year-old, 12-year-old, 14-year-old, doesn't matter, doesn't need to be exposed to every damn thing. That's why a lot of our kids are having issues. Because they're concerning themselves with adult situations. There was an issue yesterday with the eclipse. Now, I was fortunate enough to see the eclipse the last time it was here, which was May 30th, 1984. That's the birth date of my young baby sister, Brittany. And she was born on that day, the day we had an eclipse. And so I was living, I think 13 years of age, of 12 or 13 years of age. At that time, the last eclipse was there. Here I am today, 46. Here's another eclipse. And there was a situation where some children, a teacher had bought the glasses for her students to go outside and watch the eclipse, pardon me, had bought glasses for the kids to go outside and watch the eclipse. And the kids were so scared because all week long, last week and so, people had scared the hell out of them about going blind that they missed it because they were too scared, even with the damn glasses, to look up at the sky. And I think that's a damn shame. Shame on anybody out there that spooked your child to the degree to where you had your child or children thinking that they were going to go damn blind just by taking a look at it with the glasses on. Hell, nobody can look at the sun without the damn eclipse. Or the sun, and there's no eclipse going on. So if that's the same thing, why would you even be trying to look at it without shades anyway, or glasses anyway? Why would you spook your child into believing that if you look at it, you're going to go blind? Well, you need to explain, well, if you looked at it continuously, if you had continuous looking, if you were looking at it continuously, trying not to blink, over a period of time, you can go blind. Don't spook these kids out and tell, oh, you're going to go blind if you look at it. Now they can't even enjoy it, and it won't be back again probably until they're 30 or 40. But that's how we amplify the simplest of things. All you had to do was take the damn glasses and just say, hey, buy these glasses, be sure and put them on and watch the eclipse. When you have them on, don't look at the eclipse without them. That's all you had to say. But to tell these kids that they're going to lose their sight and all of this type of crap, man, now the kid can't even look at it because he's spooked out, she's spooked out, and won't even look at it because she's scared she's going to go blind. You need to be ashamed of yourself. All of this to sell some damn glasses? Wow. There was a store years ago by the name of 7-Eleven, and this was in the mid 80s, early 80s, and they made a movie called Gorilla at Large, and it was one of the first 3D movies in Memphis, and was going to be on a local channel. I think that was channel 13. I could be wrong, but at any rate, it was supposed to be a blockbuster because it was 3D. And there was a promo going on with 7-Eleven, where 7-Eleven was selling the 3D glasses to watch this movie for about maybe $2 or something like that. So they kept showing the commercial about the movie, about a gorilla that was on the run, and it was supposed to be in 3D and all of this. And 7-Eleven was pushing it and pushing it. And if you don't buy the glasses, you're not going to get the full effect, and you've got to get the glasses. And me and all of my buddies and everybody that we knew, and 2 people other than that, went out and bought these glasses and get home and watch this dang movie. And it was ridiculously terrible. There was no 3D, 2D, 4D, no D, whoa D, no D. It was just like watching it on a regular TV or in a regular format. The gorilla didn't jump out at you like they said. None of that took place with the glasses or even without the glasses. It was just a hype stunt. And they made a killing off of it, the same way they made these glasses. My queen brought to my attention today that there was a particular article in the paper. I don't know the paper, I don't remember the paper, but the article was stating that there was a survey done or a study done that says that the workforce, the employers, job creators, lost anywhere between 60 to 70 million dollars over the course of yesterday because employees took 2 to 5 minutes out of their day to go outside and look at the eclipse. I say to those that did that survey or analysis, go find something else to fucking do. Excuse my language, but it had to be said. Go somewhere. Have a seat. Talking about how much money they lost. They didn't lose anything. It amazes me when companies say they lose money. You know when I figure you lose money is when you're closed. You can't open for business. You may be losing money regarding the projections you made for the year. You may not be at that status where you'd like to be, but you hadn't lost a dime. You're still making profit. So for those companies that say they lost something because their employees stepped outside for 5 minutes to view something that happens every blue moon, as they say, or whatever, really? I'm pretty sure that employees worked overtime before, a couple of extra minutes. They probably didn't get paid for it, or did something that would be complimentary to going outside for 5 minutes and viewing history. Let's not micromanage things like that. Let's not do that. I'm a stand-up guy. I love my people. But I'm a human being, and I'm a part of the human race as well. So I want my people straight. I want black people to be in a position of power for themselves, not over another group of people, a group of people that are in power for themselves, that can make things happen for their community and culture. Being in that capacity helps the community of the world. When you have a people that are strong, that are confident, and have an economic power base as strong as the black power base can be and is in our economy, all we need to do is start channeling it into our ventures. That's what this is about. And in the midst of that, not to look down on any other group of ethnicity, any other group of people. Live your life, do your thing, reach your maximum. Let's meet at the top. Hell, let's meet in the middle. Let's meet at the bottom. Let's just meet and talk about it and work it out. Because if I cut your arm and you cut mine, red is coming out of both of them. Red is coming out of both of them. And I'd be willing to bet you some of you particulars that you know what I'm talking about, that have issues about the way things are being done today with regards to white people. You white nationalists, I bet if you were bleeding on the side of the street and you knew to a certain extent that death was upon you and you needed blood, You take that black blood. You take it. And you take it with pride and dignity. Because it will be another human being. You do it. There's no doubt in my mind you would. And if you're dumb enough not to do it, well then pass away. If you're that ignorant to rather die than have your life saved because of your prejudices that are not warranted, well then, hey, maybe you need to roll out. Maybe the world is not big enough. Maybe the universe is where you need to be. I don't know. All I'm saying is, I love being a human being. I love being a man. I love being an African American. I love being an African American man. And I love being an African American man in the United States. However, I do have disagreements about our policies and the way we do things here. So I will use my platform and format in the smallest way all the way to the biggest to voice that. I will always do that. For those of you that have continuously supported me from day one until today, I say to you, thank you. Humbled. I'm humbled. I appreciate it. We've been asked about this shirt numerous of times. This is our Mtowntonight shirt. You see that? Boom, boom. There's nothing on the back. You can get it customized if you want to. Drop us a line, mtowntonight@gmail.com. You can go to the website. We've got all sizes. We've got an Mtowntonight mug. The mugs are a little bit more expensive, respectfully, because of the shipping and handling. But it is a personalized mug with your own Mtowntonight logo. And if you'd like your name engraved on there or put on there, feel free to let us know that, and we can make that happen for you as well. I tell you, I could do this thing all night, man. I love coming to the people and being able to display how I feel about things. And I love to get the feedback. And let me tell you one thing we're working on. We're working on being able to have callers to come in, to call in. And let's talk about it. Let's be real adults about it, and let's talk about it and see what solutions we can come up with. I'll have that in play for you within the next couple of weeks. It's been asked for, and I'm working on it. I am your man, Mr. Darnay, from the heart, as always, saying to you, let's love and do better so we can be better. Do more so we can be more. Until this coming Thursday night, I say to you, good night and take care of yourself.